Hello, this is Johnny Cycles with CyclesGaming.com. Here bringing you another edition of Keeping Modern Janky. This week I'm trying out my Lukka Surprise deck with Blood Moon in the main to try to take advantage of the meta that seems to be trending towards 4 and 5 color domain decks. We kind of have a slow hand, but I guess we can Ragavan into Commercial District. Alright, we'll keep it. Yeah, I don't like this tap land, but we might draw a forest, and if we don't, we'll get a treasure off the Ragavan if they don't kill it. So yeah, I mean, double Ragavan isn't bad, double Hierarch isn't bad. With Anissa to try to find what we need. Maybe this Ragavan will get a treasure token in, and then we can set ourselves up for a turn 3 Lukka. Are we? Ooh, Pester Might. So that's going to be pretty good against us since it can get rid of our ways of giving things haste. Forest. Blood Moon. Well, Blood Moon's good. We will go ahead and attack. Since, man, so this is the drawback of the tap land. If this is on tap land, we would have gotten the Hierarch triggers and then been able to punch through damage. And it just slows us down. Delighted Halfling. Do we want another Delighted Halfling? That does give us... We just really want more green mana, so I think we're going to put that in the graveyard. Run out a second Ragavan and see if our opponent can answer this one. They didn't have the kill spell for the first one. Looks like it might be some sort of Yawgmoth or... Blood Moon ought to help a little bit if we can get it down. There's a main... Though, okay, Orcish Bowmasters is, the bane of my existence, but at least it didn't get rid of our Hierarchs, right? Those are our main deck ramping. So they do go for the... Do we want to risk missing a land here? So if we play though with this and there's no land on top, we're just screwed. Or if it's like not a green source. They play Bowmasters, which is bad for us. Okay, we're gonna risk it. Hopefully see a land in the top 3. That's not what we're normally looking for from the Oath of Nissa, but... Alright, well, we'll take the Lukka, because that's really what we want to win this game. This Blood Moon is going to hurt us again if we don't hit a forest. So we're going slow, right? We are looking at a deck that has main deck hate against our Hierarchs with the Bowmasters, which is one reason why we play the Delighted Halfling now instead of all 8 copies of Hierarch. They got 2 basics, so the Blood Moon is looking worse and worse. Here comes Yawgmoth, yep. Sorry, not Yawgmoth, Grist. So this is the Yawgmoth deck, and I think we're already too slow. They're just going to be able to kill whatever we play. Another Oath of Nissa. Did we learn our lesson? Probably not. We're pretty far behind here. Arid Mesa. So we did get a land. So we're seeing the drawback of these commercial districts. They're really good in some spots, but that opening hand, they slowed us down considerably. To the point that we could have, if that had been a stomping ground, there's a good chance we would already be, this turn we'd be casting Lukka. However, this says destroy target creature or planeswalker, so unless we get a hasty Emrakul down, they have an answer for it already on the battlefield as we speak. Yawgmoth. Don't think they have any sort of combo yet, but they are going to just kill our Hierarch. Seems good. Blood Moon, I don't even know if we want to show it to him. It would keep him off. It does keep him off black mana though. We really need to run out these. I just think it might be too little too late. Because they can just quarter calling for whatever they want. They can destroy whatever they want with Yawgmoth, but we're going to run this out anyway. They've already seen all of our mana dorks. They've seen the Lukka, so they know we're up to something that's no good. We could give this haste and attack just to let it die. Yeah, Yawgmoth seems like a fun deck, but very synergistic, sort of like an aristocrat style deck. I've talked about it before. I really like aristocrat style decks, but for whatever reason, I'm just not attracted to that type of deck in Modern. It's probably too high of a tier for me. I enjoy the challenge of the jank. Playing a tier 1 deck, no matter its appeal in other ways, I don't know, I'm not interested in it. Yep, gonna just go ahead and make another 1/1. So if we draw a land, there is a world in which we get a hasty Emrakul if they don't kill our mana dorks here. Looks like they might be setting up for their combo to win, though. So the Blood Moon would have stopped some of these shenanigans, but I kind of don't want to show it. They probably assume we're going to bring it in the second game anyway, though. Cauldron Familiar. So then the other thing about the Emrakul is they have so many permanents that even a hasty Emrakul, well, a hasty Emrakul will hit them for 15, but they can block with this Gilded Goose if we hit a land. They can shrink it down enough. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, they're going to sack it. Do a Chord of Calling or something. Opponent's got it all. They've only drawn a couple extra cards too, and they're just going off. So now they go for, so they have so many combo pieces out. Now they're just going to make a bunch of food tokens. Whenever another non-token creature enters the battlefield under your control, create a food token, sacrifice 3 foods, return target historic card from your graveyard to your hand. And they're going to go after our mana dorks now, so we'll scoop it up. Yeah, I mean, it's amazing to me how, look at this board. I mean, we're on turn 5. They drew maybe 2 cards off Yawgmoth, maybe just 1. All the lands they needed and all their pieces. It's insane how consistent. Granted, we also had all of our pieces, so we got pretty lucky. They were just able to interact with what we were doing, and we were not able to interact with what they were doing. That tap land, man, that was the difference in the game, I would say. The difference in the game, which is really disappointing because I like those lands, but I don't need them in the deck per se. That might have made the whole difference for us. They could have still interacted well enough to keep us from getting the Lukka down. Blood Moon looked really bad, but they don't know about it. Do they assume we're bringing it in? Possibly. I think we bring in the ley lines. They got the Blood Moons. We can bring in a pillage or 2. I mean, the Veil of Summers can be brought in, I guess, to protect us, take out the Fables, to protect our one-ofs. Bring back in the Fable. To protect our X1s from Bowmaster. So last game was the first 7 that I've seen this whole league, which was granted it's only 1 match, but I saw 5 different 7s last match that I didn't have Emrakul in the opening 7. Will it be in this one? Okay, so we have some of our we have our Lukka, we have 2 lands and a mana dork, some lightning bolts. I mean, we have the entire combo in our hand. We just need to draw some lands. So we really want to go probably land, Veil of Summer land, something like that, or I wonder if our opponent brings in Thoughtseize. I don't know if how much hand disruption Yawgmoth plays. Gonna go get a basic, I imagine. See if we were right to avoid Blood Moon. Yep, Gilded Goose. And they have ways to make mana they don't care about. Blood Moon isn't at its best at any point, but certainly not now. Alright, so we do get Slow lightning bolt and gilded goose. Go get a mountain. And get in with our delighted halfling. So this Yawgmoth deck is running ways to abuse food tokens, so that's interesting. That's some cool tech. Haven't seen that yet. I've been doing a lot of playing in the free leagues with testing, and it's easier to chat with people and get to know people, but there's our Veil of Summer. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we need another land. So far we went land, Veil of Summer. Now we just need a land. And I will be very happy. It's really silly. Alright, we want to do red source, lightning bolt. Play the land. Get in with the delighted halfling, get our opponent to that magic number 15. Anyway, in the free league, it's easier to chat, meet people, kind of advertise for my website and things like that. I've gotten pretty lucky playing friendly people and having them follow me on YouTube and things like that. So that's been one motivation, and also just to practice the deck and remember how to play Force of Vigor if it's been a while since I played it, things like that. And I've said things like that now 4 times. All right, so opponent holding on to that grist, probably. Land. Another Lukka. Not what we wanted. So it looks like they're going to hold up Bowmaster mana, so we're not going to attack. So our plan of action almost worked. I said we need to hit land, Veil of Summer, land. And we did. I guess I needed to be more clear. Or sorry, we did hit land and then Veil of Summer, but we did not hit another land. So I think we're going to hold up the Veil of Summer in case they follow this with a grist. At which point we'll use the Veil of Summer then to protect our delighted halfling from the grist. We really want to go land, and if our opponent's not going to put a lot of pressure on us, we may just hold out if we draw a land here, because we want to be able to protect the Emrakul from a grist. / give it haste. Yawgmoth, boo and hiss. Do we draw? Do we go ahead and Veil of Summer now? We'll wait for them to target it. Oh, sigh. It is 22 lands, but it would be nice to be seeing some sort of action here other than, or draw the land when we need to, and that's where like one land away from going off. All right, well, we got to survive one more turn. See if our opponent goes for the delighted halfling kill. See, they have 3 cards in hand and a Yawgmoth out. I imagine they're going to be able to just go off this turn. We would really like to get another land. Like when you're looking to draw a Lukka and you play 4 copies of Lukka, it makes sense that you're not going to be able to get. You're probably not going to get the Lukka when you need it. Like the odds are really not in your favor. But then when you just need to draw a land and your deck is like more than a third land, then the odds are in your favor that you're going to get it, yet we're still not drawing it on time. We'll see. We have one more shot at it. And there, just the deck, man, has it all. Opponent has it all, per usual. We had a couple lightning bolts to slow them down slightly. See if they want to go ahead and try to finish this off. I mean, we need this high halfling to have any chance. And they know that, so they're going to kill the halfling. Now we need to land in a creature to make this work. And we're further and further away from that plan. We did draw the land. Do we hit the creature? Now we need a creature and a land. Yeah, I mean, we're living on the edge. Do we go ahead and plus up the Lukka and play a Lukka plus it, hopefully gets a land, or hope to get a creature for next turn? We'll try it. See how lucky we get. It may make our opponent take a whole turn off. Hopefully, you don't hit our Emrakul. That's happened before. Double Ragavan. So the other thing here that's really sad about this entire... Wait, why am I casting it? No, I'm not trying to cast it. It's just exiled for now. I thought I was going to my hand. Forgot. All right. One thing that is now makes this game basically unwinnable is they can instant speed activate this Yawgmoth in response to us targeting one of our creatures with Lukka. So unless they happen to run out of creatures, which they're not. In fact, they're going to go get another one right now. So we're just going to go ahead and scoop it up. They're not going to run out of creatures. They're going to continue to do this right here to make sure they have creatures. Any one X1 we play, they're going to be able to use Yawgmoth. Even the X2, they're going to be able to use Yawgmoth and instant speed to kill it off in response to us targeting with the Lukka, which is going to mean we're never going to get this Emrakul out. Or get our Emrakul out. So we stumbled on mana again. First game it was tapped land, slowed us down. This game we just didn't hit the land on time. We almost got there. We almost drew the way we needed to, but we were unable. Instead of drawing that land there, when we need to get us to the 5th land to make cast Lukka and resolve it, get an Emrakul, we hit another Lukka. And sometimes that happens. So Yawgmoth, good deck, fun deck, synergistic deck. The epitome of opponent always having it all the time. I mean, all the tutor effects really help, but you do have to draw the tutor effects to play them. Anyway, that's enough for now. This is Johnny Cycles with CyclesGaming.com, and I'll catch you on the next one. This has been another edition of Keeping Modern Janky with Johnny Cycles. Thanks for watching. Be sure to check out my website, CyclesGaming.com, for original Magic the Gathering content. You can read about my Commander decks or my Janky Modern brews. My latest article is about the Zombie Precon and its effect on Commander. I give you a couple different deck lists. If you're interested in a science fiction / fantasy novel, be sure to check out my book, The Podcon. I'm publishing it serially, a couple chapters every month. Again, thanks for watching. Check me out on YouTube, Johnny Cycles. Click that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it, and I'll catch you on the next one.